$41 for 2 sandwiches.
This is where Fairlight got its name from, this. The Fairlight has a passenger capacity of 140 cabins and has 16 channels of sound. Oh wait, no, 12-cylinder engine.
I'm Kim.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Chris. It now all makes sense.
Yeah, doesn't it? I always wondered, because the logo was sort of, it's very artistic.
Yeah.
Worms!
Worms! Oh my god, that's so cool.
Hey, worms!
First concert was Houston.
Oh, you did Houston? Yeah. Holy shit.
For the CMI?
Yeah.
What?
And look at the size of it. It's the size of a small vehicle.
And that's the small one.
There's no lack of oxygen in the back here.
My goof up that people appreciate.
Every home should have fun.
Well, hello there. Holy moly. All of that is in this episode. It's been kind of piling up. Yes, I got a little bit busy and it's been kind of piling up. Of course, that's why it's taken all this time. So I apologize for that. But I've been a little bit busy. Life got in the way. Stuff just got in the way. It's what it is. I've been in Barcelona. I've been in Vancouver a bunch of times. I was in Uruguay. I was in Costa Rica and Ghana. And as you'll see, Australia. But anyway, this is a bumper episode. It's very different from the other ones because, well, you'll see. Enjoy. So, where are we? Well, I've still got to finish that damn front plate. It's taking too long. And you guys are totally over it. And so am I. However, don't worry. It's all good. I'm finally at a stage that I feel I can finally finish it off. I had a bunch of things I needed to get fixed, but this is one of the last remaining things. I've also figured out that I've got a couple of 331 cards that aren't working. So I've got a full suite of cards on each 331 card, the 2 outputs. And on some of those outputs, it's not working. So I need to get those fixed. Also, I don't have a router card, which makes using the CMI way more difficult. I need to get one of those. This is it. I've got to a place where this is now ready to be painted. I get one shot at this. So I've been kind of putting it off, but I can't put it off any longer. Well, I do have some sweeping to do. So, I mean... What? Okay. See if I can make you up. What? Okay, I'll put it back. Fine, no more excuses. Apollo 13 doesn't go here. Clearly these need to be alphabetized. A. C for contact. You need anything printed?
No, I'm okay.
3D printed?
No.
Laser? You want laser cut something?
No.
Fax?
No.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. Okay, it's pretty bang on. Yes, it's bang on. Are you ready? Let's do this. Okay, it is finished. It looks kind of weird, and we're going to rinse it off. Okay, I think this looks great. I have no issues with it whatsoever. I'm going to take my time with the coats. Alright, I'm calling it done. Okay, it's time. Today is a momentous day because things are going to change. We need more space. My son's going to be getting a car. We don't have parking anymore. And this craziness has turned into, like, there's just way too much going on. I'm going to be clearing out all of this and trying to work underneath this little area here. So this is going to go upstairs. This, I don't know I don't know. End of an era. But it's been good. Alrighty, this is one heck of a day. So today is the day, and it's almost 3 years to the day. It was September 14th, 2020 that Steve Rance loaned me his Series 3 so that I could use it as a datum against the machine that I was building. That machine is now built. If you look over here, you'll see that my Fairlight is now upstairs. So today's the day that it's actually going to be going back to its owner. And so today's going to be one less Fairlight in the house. So let's begin.
Hello.
Steve CMI is now safely back in his wonderful man cave, which I'm not jealous of at all, where he also got to show me his Stargate that goes directly to Australia. Oh, and some lovely kittens.
Cute as buttons. And there it is. Well, it's taken a long time and a lot of hard work to get here. I'm glad that I'm finally here to have a complete series through. Wait a minute. It's not complete. I don't have the keyboard. I don't have the iconic white keyboard. How can this project be complete without one of those? This I have to fix. Hello, Peter. It's Chris.
Oh, hi, Chris.
So, I need a Fairlight keyboard.
Right, you're after a keyboard,
I need a music keyboard. The iconic white keyboard.
a music keyboard.
Yeah. Do you have any I could buy? Oh, that's great to hear. Fantastic. Should I just come now?
They're a bit thin on the ground, mate.
Oh, that is just wonderful.
Hang on.
Peter is so lovely and accommodating. Okay, mate, we'll see you soon.
Chris? Hello? Oh, Chris? Chris?
All right, got the cards ready. Let's go. Did I forget the cards? Oh, let me go back and get them. Huh. Weird. All right. Wait, cards don't come through? Ah, sucks. Bloody hell. Have to go the long way. Checked in, gonna go through security. Let's go. $41 for 2 sandwiches. Still waiting to board. What am I doing? Yeah, editing. There. Alrighty, the adventure begins. Cheers. Bye. Alright, I have both my bags, let's go. Wow, I look like I've been sleeping on a plane for many hours. There he is. Peter! He can't see me. Peter! He's looking for me in all the wrong places. Peter, there. Here we are. We have to record the whole thing, of course, for posterity.
Well, beautiful city.
Yeah, here we are. Lovely. My goodness.
My goodness me, yeah. And there we have
Here we are.
small suitcases.
So small. There's the smallest ones I could get.
Perfectly good.
Fantastic. Hey, here we are.
Here we are.
Isn't this great?
Isn't it good?
It's just bananas. Absolutely bananas. Oh, here we are, Sydney.
And what a beautiful day.
What a beautiful day it is too, my dear young fellow. Here we are. Oh shit, everything will fit in here. And we're off. Wow, what a lovely sound. Okay, so I said there was going to be no more front plate shenanigans. However, Peter did seem to like the plate that I made. I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of a trade with Peter. He's going to be giving me a router card. I'm going to make him some front plates. So I'm making 3 Series 2 front plates, which I've never made before, with new graphics, and 3 brand new Series 3 front plates, which I've made a bunch before. And I think I've got it down to a science. So I'm not going to show you all that, and I can make a separate video if people want it. Here's a short summary. So after I've lovingly made and hand wrapped these panels, it was time to hand them over to Peter. What do we have here?
Oh my, look at these.
So let's take this tape off here. The front side.
Wow. Wow. It's incredible.
Isn't that nice?
So this is done with a
Laser.
laser.
Yeah.
So does that actually burn into
Yes,
the
it
paint
does.
or something?
It goes
'Cause
into the
I
paint
feel it.
and adheres to the metal, yeah.
That is absolutely incredible. Look at this. This is just a work of art.
So that's a Series 3, and they're all the same.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they've turned out really nice.
Did you cut these at home as well?
So these ones I got done.
Yeah.
Right? But the first one, I did myself.
So did you hand spray these?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Here you go.
Wow. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's a work of art. Absolute work of art. Oh, Chris, they're fantastic.
Yeah. I really, and it's really funny because the one that these have got like a really lovely finish on them too.
Yeah, yeah.
The one that's actually that I made, the precursor to this one, it is not as good as this. Here's a wacky thing. This one has actually got a rougher texture, and the lettering isn't as good. As well, it's just better. This is smoother. It's way more like the original. The ones that you're getting are in every single way better than the one that's in my own machine. So there you go. You got 6.
Actually, there were. I think I posted this once. There were several different iterations of
Oh,
graphics.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the original one, I've got one of the original ones. It looks literally. I'll go and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go and get it.
Look at this.
That's got for 3L, so that was like the.
Oh, the sandwich one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So this is a different. I can hear by the sound. It's a different type of aluminium. Yeah. This is 6062. I've become very familiar. Look at that. Look how different that is.
And then there's this one as well. This is a much later one.
Yes.
So that probably would have been after
Wow.
these ones.
But isn't that? It's interesting. That's the like light. It's not black. It's like this lighter tone to it.
Yeah.
Look at that. I've now become like Tony Stark, obsessed with like building these panels. I want to build. I got a really, really incredible satisfaction making them. So I've got this idea, and this might be a crazy, like legally impossible idea, but every time I've shown these panels to people, people are like, God, they're like works of art. I'm like, imagine if you remade the circuit board at the back so that they actually lit up. It was the right circuit board, but you just give it a little bit of power from a jack or something like that. And then you have some LED strips at the back that backlight it, and you mount them on posts, and then you frame it, and it would like light up. But I'm thinking you probably wouldn't be able to get away with having Fairlight there. I think maybe you would get some black magic hawks upon us.
In fact, I'm just going to get some.
All right. Oh my
These
goodness.
are old postcards
What?
from the 60s.
You guys, this is the Fairlight.
So I'm just trying to find one that I've got.
This is the Fairlight. This is where Fairlight got its name from. This.
Sydney's second hydrofoil shows her paces in harbour trials before going into service. Named Fairlight, the Italian-built craft cost $500,000.
And these are real postcards with people that have actually written stuff. Wow.
We've got one that's
Look at this.
a double.
Look at that.
You have that one. That's
Oh,
that's for you.
wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, mate. Look at this. Look at that. This is the actual Fairlight. This is where Fairlight gets his name from. This boat, this hydrofoil. The Fairlight has a passenger capacity of 140 cabins and has 16 channels. of sound. Oh wait, no, 12-cylinder engine. Look at that. So, as I was in Australia, Peter thought it would be a good idea to call up some of the extended Fairlight family for a little get-together. And it was the most incredible time meeting all these incredible software and hardware engineers and finding out all these backstories. So this party went on for hours, of course, and I can make a separate video if you like, but I've tried to condense it down here into a few key moments.
Here we find Peter, in the wild, in the throes of fixing this machine. Panic.
There's somebody at the door. Who could be at the door? Michael is now considered an old friend, but it was great to finally meet him.
Hi, I'm Kim.
Lovely to meet you.
I'm Chris. Oh, good to see you.
Yeah, great to see you, man. That's Kim Ryrie. That Kim Ryrie, the co-founder of Fairlight and the co-inventor of the CMI.
This is the computer musical instrument.
Paul Schlusser walks in, and I feel like I've known him forever.
Hey, Chris. Hello, how you doing, Paul?
Great stuff, man.
I wish you were around 30 years ago. 38 channels. Computer.
Fantastic.
Every home should have one.
This is the computer musical instrument.
Half a megabyte, 500 kilobytes. And look at the size of it. It's the size of a small vehicle.
And that's the small one.
There was some you had to be there moments in this trip, and this was one of them. Even some veteran Fairlight programmers that were standing right there did not know what was about to be said.
So the logo here, those were the days I was into the pyramid, and I was convinced it was made by aliens. And so that is entirely known as the Great Chamber.
Is that no way? Well, there you go.
Wow! It now all makes sense.
Doesn't it?
I always wondered because the logo was sort of, it's very artistic.
Well, sort of.
What came first then? The writer, or was that before or after?
The light writer?
The light writer.
I know that was before. That was, we were just trying to make enough money to sort of.
Oh, so before the CMI?
Yeah.
Wow! So this keyboard predates the smaller version? Well, we're going to get this story straight, Kim, and
We certainly do.
because we're not getting any younger here, right?
So if you wanted to make the sound fundamental, you can add the second one.
In fact,
Continuous.
yeah.
Fascinating.
Brothers.
Michael, what's his name? Wrote the software.
Oh no. How do we get this?
Compute.
To
You have to compute there.
I knew there was a trick.
I can't believe that we're saying this to you, of all people.
A long time since I've seen
There you go.
Apply for it.
Fun and games. Yeah. So has it been a wee while?
I haven't seen one of these for 30 years.
Wow.
I can't afford one.
This is the computer musical instrument.
But the first person I met was Steve Rance, who's you know. No, I know. For my sins.
I hope he's getting better.
It's live right now. He's
It's live.
Yeah.
There you go. Hi, Steve.
Yeah. He's been very good to me. Yeah.
He's a lovely.
Yeah. He's a curmudgeonly bugger.
I'm Ron Hubie. I worked as electronics engineer at Fairlight. My contribution was in converting what Adrian Bruce had done with two large analogue boards. I converted that to the whole audio rack at the back, and I did the mixer card, the MIDI card, the SEMPI card. I did the analogue power supply underneath, the big thing with the big capacitors and all that sort of stuff, and the toroidal transformer, that was all mine. So the analogue filters that make every Fairlight sound slightly different, that was my contribution. My goof up that people appreciate.
because we're dealing with shit that no one has done before, right? So if you look at an MFX, right, you've got these things scrolling along, right? The clips. Right? They weren't called clips. Right? We didn't even know what the word for these things was.
One day they were called sausages, but they went off that
No, they
for
were called worms.
Worms!
Worms.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Hey, worms!
See, the influence goes even back in time.
Hi, I'm Tom. I worked at Fairlight for about 8 years, and I started off as a music student and then moved on to Fairlight, putting a musical attribute to the Fairlight stuff.
When Tom says musical stuff, he's being so meek. It's unbelievable. He was responsible for one of the most iconic sounds on the Fairlight. He was the man responsible for the Sarah or Ah sound, the one that's used in countless sounds from the 80s. Do you know Steve Rance?
Very well.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Went to his first wedding.
Oh.
Just not very far from him.
Mike, what? Really?
Yeah, seriously.
No, I can't believe anyone would go out with Steve. Ho ho ho!
So 2 months into working at Fairlight, I was working on a Saturday afternoon, and the phone rings, and I pick it up because nobody else is there. Hello, can I speak to Peter Vogel, please? No, it's Saturday afternoon, there's no one else here, yada yada yada. I need to speak to Peter, can you ask him to give me a call back? And I said, sure, not a problem. Can I ask who's calling? Yes. And he said, it's Jean-michel. To which I replied, how do you spell that?
Over many years of my Fairlight exploration, from the Fairlight CMI to the Evo behind me, Uncle Joe Hammer has been an inspiration and a good friend. We've had many calls, many texts, many messages on the Fairlight group, and he's always been a bright, shining light. So upon meeting him, I realized that he was performing in some of the most iconic concerts from my formative years.
And then I did first concert was Houston.
Oh, you did Houston?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Exactly.
For the biggest laser light show ever seen in America.
Second concert was Lyon.
Yeah, Lyon.
And third concert was Docklands.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Are you playing live at Docklands?
Yes. A lot of us were actually playing live, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I had my Simmons SDX.
Oh man, in the rain?
Oh yeah. We rehearsed in Houston, and we would rehearse from about 10 p.m. on.
Right.
There would be 35,000 people that came to watch the rehearsals.
Yeah.
Oh, the concert started. I mean,
You saw the freeway.
The freeways just stopped.
Like I said, you hear it on the album. You can hear the like Houston TV stations going, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Shut everything down.
They're all Australian.
It's moving.
Yes, we oh, he's got a camera.
Hey! No, it wasn't you. It was you.
It wasn't me.
This party was a culmination of everything that has happened on this project so far. It was wonderful.
So this is from Stewart Copeland's machine. This is my machine. And that's gonna go That's where this is going to live, right there.
However, I did promise you a keyboard. This really upset me, Because I was just doing everything right, and I was saying, you know, I clamped a guide running down here, and everything was going on, and all of a sudden it was going off. I think it was my jigsaw base plate wasn't bolted down.
Oh, right, gotcha.
So it was actually moving off.
Yeah, the only way to get it at the right angle, this has to be done on a jig. Wow, I'm now totally covered. That was really not a good idea. The learning from this straight away is that this needs to be put in the jig. No doubt about it. This needs to be in a jig that we can control, and it's almost like the separate parts is the only way to do it. Which means it's Tuesday, and this has to be cut and jigged and painted in 3 days.
And that goes underneath.
And then across.
And then across. There's a bit of jiggling that happens in now.
Oh, I see.
These keyboards were only fitted to a few CMIs.
Right.
So I think in that case they actually made a pitch bend slightly wider.
Right.
At the moment, the way I've put it in there is that yes, it is a bit smaller, but it's literally, it is.
Oh, it's more about that distance as well.
No, it's not that distance. That distance is absolutely fine. We're removing one of these latching switches so that we can actually then incorporate this into your new pitch bend assembly. That's from the Fairlight factory as well, the soldering iron.
Final test area.
And then in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go downstairs and make the tea for us all. So now if we put the little cap on, if I can just see which way round it goes, yes, it goes from this way. We now have a fully working latching switch.
Look at me having to go right-handed here, like a crazy person. Well, it's coming together. Whoops, look at this. It really is. Now I believe the stops are it's going a little bit too far down there and a little bit too high up there. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting a little round piece of rubber on each of these to stop them from hitting the bottom. But overall, now it's got its switches, it's got its knobs, it's in wonderful shape. Oh, listen to that door closure, man.
There's a story to that door closure, I think.
I bet there is, mate.
It's been used as a drum sound.
No.
In a #1 hit record, yeah.
What? Now you have to tell me the story.
It's almost like an Australian anthem. The Voice. That was done in Melbourne. Farnham was the person singing it, and apparently he's
anthem.
Yeah. The music was done by Hirschfelder, David Hirschfelder, who's a Fairlight user. They basically sampled the door slam and they used it as the kick drum.
Fantastic, and it is such an incredible sound. Listen.
Down the barrel of a gun. You're the ones trying to understand it. Make the noise and make it clear.
Now Peter owns a lovely Porsche 911 from the 60s. It is tiny. It's adorable. It's called Snouty. And we thought that we would be able to get this keyboard to fit in. And, well, let me show you. So what we're doing is we're taking the keyboard. We're just going to take the keyboard for a walk. This is what you do in Australia. You need to exercise them. So this is going to see if we're going to actually fit this large keyboard, and we have to take into consideration that there's going to be a bigger case around it, and see if this is going to fit inside this lovely little car here called Snouty.
Put this in here first of all.
Okay.
See how we go.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
Not bad.
So it looks like there'll be enough on each side of it.
And also
There
what
and
we
then
can
there.
do is we can roll the seat back and make that seat goes virtually flat, so it should be okay, but you'll probably have to sit in the back.
Yeah, I can give you a shoulder massage.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. All right, that looks like it's going to work then. We're now waiting on the phone call to let us know that that it's ready to be picked up. So, I'm going to make a quick coffee, wait for the phone call, and then go and get the case. Okay, so we are en route to go pick up the flight case.
We are indeed.
Yeah, and somehow it's going to magically fit inside this wee car. But we've done some sums, and it looks like it should fit, but we will see.
Have we passed it?
Yeah, we did. But I didn't see it.
No, not did I.
Oh my
Where's the
goodness.
loading dock? Okay.
I guess so. I guess this fits. And we're here. Wow. Oh yeah, it's a lot of gear here. All right, we're here. Fantastic. Oh, wow. This is what you call a depot. Good Lord. It's quite the... Look at this place. Fantastic. All right, this is where the fun begins. So I guess we put it inside. It really is quite comical. It really is. Yep. Turning. Look at that. Wonderful.
So it's swinging even if it's jam it up a bit, you know, and
Then I'll sit in the back.
yeah.
It's going to be second gear.
Yeah. And hopefully I don't have to reverse anything.
It's just comedy right here, mate.
You okay?
Weirdly got space.
See, huge amounts of area for even the largest flight cases, and our svelte young protagonist here, Chris Blythe in the back.
Svelte protagonist. All right, we've got limited. He's doing a very smart maneuver here, rocking it back and forward to get it into reverse because we can't get reverse gear. It's hilarious. He's pushing it. Oh, fantastic. That's a proper man right there. Okay, I'm in the back here, and the case is sitting right beside me here. Peter's doing a fantastic job.
I can't reverse, so if I can't get past this guy here.
Oh, you do. You got space. You got. Good. Driving along. You've got me in the back here. There's no lack of oxygen in the back here. Fantastic. Oh, here we are. Just realised where we are.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. I don't have my knees operate anymore. They're locked in place. It's a wee bit tight in the back here, but it was a pleasant journey. Actually, I'll go on the other side and I'll do the.
Yeah, do.
Yeah, we have it. Back in. Beep, beep. Oof. Holy moly, this thing is huge. Whilst Peter is putting the finishing touches on a Series 2X that's got to go out, I have to kind of organise how I'm going to get this keyboard back to the United States. So I've put the actual frame inside the case, and it is heavy. But what we've found is we can get under the weight restrictions if we ship this part separately. So right now what I've done so far is made some little corner pieces for each of these parts. It's all going to be total bubble wrapped. This is just the starting point. Look at this. This is like Blythe level taping up here. Very, very. Does this look if I take it out? Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Junk. So anyway, I'm going to bubble wrap the whole of this. Now, these things I'm building right now, which will hold this, because it's a little bit fragile here. So I'm going to be building these guys up out of these little sections here. I don't have glue, so I'm using tape. That's the way it is. When I began wrapping this keyboard with bubble wrap, I became keenly aware of a documentary I saw where Fairlight employees were seen wrapping Fairlight keyboards not too far away from where I was doing mine. It was a surreal moment. Here I am, in Australia, wrapping up a Fairlight.
This is the computer musical instrument.
Shout out to Rob from the ProSynth Network, and you might recognise this box because this is something you sent to Peter. Hey, in the spirit of recycling, I'm not going to let it go to waste. So Peter and his wife Abigail were kind enough to show me around Rushcutters Bay, which is where the original Fairlight factory was. Sadly, my microphone wasn't working, and there was a lot of description, and it was all fantastic, and it was all silent. There's a little bit here though. So here we are in front of the original Fairlight Rushcutters Bay. This is where all the Fairlight CMI Series 2s and 3s were made, in this very building right here. Apparently there are different levels of different things. And there was a studio in one area, and there was assembly and R&D on different floors and stuff. And I'm crossing very illegally to come and get a view of it. Fantastic. This is where it happened. Ground zero for Fairlight. Peter is such a welcome fellow, inviting me into his home. We had a fantastic time. Bondi Beach. I thought it was Bondo Beach, and people came here to get high on Bondo, but it turns out it's Bondi Beach. And it's just a Friday afternoon. It's absolutely busy all over there. It's bananas. We had lots of relaxing times and going over to the Cricketers Arms, the amazing pub across the road, which had the most amazing jazz band.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cat Alley. This is one of our favourite jaunts, and this is directly behind our house. Sadly, we can only see one cat on the horizon.
Is that a cat? That's a human.
Oh no,
it's got two legs.
Yeah, it's got two legs.
Oh no, there's a cat. Oh, that's a dog.
It's a wee doggy.
A wee doggy. Oh look, see, look at this light here.
It's a wee doggy.
Thank you again to Peter. It was such a memorable and once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Cheers, mate. Thanks. All right, here we are. Now I need to find the check-in. There they go. Baggage claim. Claim 10. Where the hell is it? There it is. That's mine right there. Alrighty, 17 hours later, and we are here on the curbside with Spock's coffin and the case. I wonder how that's done. Got a funny old shape in here. So now I'm just waiting for my goodly wife Tilomai to come pick me up. Alright, so I managed to get Spock's coffin in the back of the car without needing to move the seats forward. But it just filled up a lot of the car, but I'm amazed. It did fit in a Porsche 911, so it should fit in the Prius. the journey begins. It's here. Okay, good people, we are now back in Los Angeles. Spock's coffin and the wooden part of the keyboard are here. We made it. I've got these, the PCB that I wrapped separately, and then the key entry pad that I wrapped separately. I actually opened up this one already. Why? Because I dropped it. I took it out of my package, I took it out of my bag, and it instantly dropped it on the concrete floor. Because that's what I do. Oh, okay. Well, this isn't in place. All seems well. Oof. Fairlight Series 3. Ooh, real Fairlight keyboard. It's funny because it looks really empty here, but the circuit board here, there's a bit there, there's a bit there, there's other things going on. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add my own power button and have a power supply over here. I'm also going to add some MIDI sockets here. What's really cool is if you see here a serial number, it was made, but it was never used. This has never been used. This is brand new. So that is one thing that's fantastic about it. This is like new old stock. It was made and fabricated, but never actually put into production. It was one of the ones that was left over from when they had the kind of fire sale when Fairlight, the original Fairlight, closed. So this was stored in, I think it was Alan Gould's garage. I think it was Alan Gould, I might be wrong. And it was sitting there for about 40 years or 35 years. And so the keyboard itself is also new, but it'll need cleaning. It's been sitting around gathering dust, but it's in really pretty good shape. So, as you can probably see, the keyboard isn't actually finished, and it's kind of turning into another project. The front part of the woodwork will need to be redone, the paint will need to be redone, I'll need to get the right textured paint. There's still work to be done. What started off as an innocent project thinking it was only going to be, I don't know, 6 months of work, has turned into 3 years and 19 episodes later. Actually 20 if you count 5A and 5B. I've even tried to squish this one down, and there's a lot longer, and there's much more footage that I didn't show, which, if you guys like, I might make longer ones. But I think it's time to move on to another project, like this one.
This is now my fully functioning Fairlight Evo, the system that Blackmagic now have inside Resolve. Because of my CMI project and my connections to Syntar with Sam and his team, I was invited to go to Synthplex, where I met so many people like Jordan Rudess, Michelle Moog, Dave Rossum, Marcus Ryle, Tom Oberheim.
Well, that was the first sampling.
Yes, that's right.
Roger Lynn, J.J. Abrams,
Oh my God, that's genius.
and Alex Jordan. And then, Steve freaking Porcaro.
Come on.
I got to speak to Jean-Michel Jarre. Even the lovely Steve Rance was there and signed a copy of Synth Gems by Dr. Mike Metley.
How did that happen? I can show you if you like. But with regard to this CMI, I'm building a Fairlight project. This one's done. Thank you for all the comments and all the support over the years. It's been absolutely wonderful. And thank you for my wife for putting up with all of it. Isn't that right, Monkey? Thank you.